See, these are these isolators. And if I can build from scratch in an earthquake prone area, I can put these isolators below, and the building really isn't moving that. The ground is moving, but those isolators take up the movement. So we basically have a special foundation that absorbs some of those shakes. Then we can counter these forces with dampening or pendulum. And so the building's going to move, but hydraulics will actually dampen or dissipate. And so it's very similar to shock absorbers used in your cars. They kind of help shock the tire help dampen the tire as it goes over the pot. And so this type of hydraulic nature will help reduce that. And shielding the building from vibrations, more vibrational control. These are dampers and diagonal bracing. And so when you've got some hydraulic fluid that slows down the movement and doesn't let it whip out of control, and they're designed to work together. And so basically they ease the force on the building. This is retrofitting the building. I would say this is reinforcing the building structure. If you don't have this, like in older buildings, we would be putting in shear wall, so that diagonal bracing would keep the structure from turning into a house of cards and just tipping over. The diaphragm, remember the picture of the roof, the horizontal diaphragm. So again, plywood sheeted, and this shear wall, plywood sheeted, even some diagonal bracing. And then the moment resisting frames. So where the floor lines or joists come into the wall, really bolting those two things together and actually letting the studs flex and bend in between those attachments. And so playing this video, you can kind of see how these things move. And you can see that moment resisting frame, we're allowing the stud to flex, but the bolt and hardware are keeping it